guys, I hope that you are having a wonderful day. I'm just gonna take you along for some normal type homemaking today, just my normal thing here. We are having my dad and my stepmom and brother and sister over, and so we need to make sure that everything is nice and cleaned up, which is how I prefer it to be anyway, but that it's never like this all the time, just as some transparency here. But I am gonna take you all along just as I get ready for guests, and I hope you guys enjoy. So this evening I was planning to serve just some soups for dinner, chili and potato leek soup, so I thought that just a really good loaf of sourdough bread would go well with this. I have gotten back into the sourdough scene. This is something that I did years ago and just got back into it again, and I love fresh sourdough bread. One of my favorite oils right now to diffuse is this Autumn Breeze from Plant Therapy. It smells so good. I really love Plant Therapy oils. I've used them for years. So while I was cleaning and everything, I was letting the bread do its last rise and then baking it. And here it is all finished. This bread loaf was so delicious. And it's time for a coffee break. And boy, was this coffee necessary, because I discovered my little Picassos left me another masterpiece to get off of the wall. So at this point, I got to a stopping point and had to run out and get some feed from the co-op for our rabbit. And then it was back to work making the soups for this evening. Now this soup is a potato leek soup, like I said earlier, and it is so delicious and easy. Here I'm starting with just 3 small leeks, or you could use 2 large ones. If you're not familiar with leeks, they're like a giant, mild flavored green onion. So this is so good. While I was chopping this, I was already cooking a few pieces of bacon. Then I took them out and added this to the bacon grease, and then I drained the grease once you cook all of the leeks up until they're tender. And I will put this recipe down below. You guys need to try it. It's really good. So once you do that, you are going to dice up, or not dice, but slice up your potatoes. And I also added back in the bacon. So now that you're adding in your potatoes with your bacon and your leeks, then you're going to dice up a stalk of celery and a couple of carrots. add in the rest of the veggies, and then you're also going to add in a cup of water and then about 32 ounces of chicken broth. Also make sure to add salt and pepper to your liking, a teaspoon of garlic powder, bring it up to a simmer and let it simmer till it's tender. Once everything is tender, you're going to mix 2 cups of cream. This is half heavy cream and half milk actually. And then also a half a cup of flour. And then once I mixed that in, then I got my immersion blender and blended everything up. Now, I actually over blended it this time. It was still really good. It just doesn't change the flavor. But I prefer to have a few more chunks in there, and I kind of pureed it too much. But it was still really good, especially with some cheese on top. So for dessert, I made a nice big batch of chocolate chip cookies, and if you've never made these before, I will link my recipe down below so you can check that out. I was super grateful that my hubby stepped in and helped me get all of the toppings ready for the chili, and here we will end with my little Lily. And we had a wonderful dinner, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.